We've seen our next guest as a priest, a barber, and a king. He is Cedric the entertainer, and he's here to share his secret sauce for making it all happen. Cedric, welcome to DBL.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Man, what an honor. So happy you are here. And this is a weird thing, but I got to do it. A couple weeks ago, I had this weird thought. I was like, if I ever get a chance to meet you, I was going to say this to you. I feel like your bit in Kings of Comedy was the best piece of physical comedy I've ever seen in my life. I'm a comic. I came up under your boy Malik in Miami, and I just want to tell you, you are a true inspiration.
Yes.
So let's get, yes, it needs to be said. You are one of the all-time greats, but let's get to this book. You have a new book coming out. Now, I have to ask, what inspired you to write a crime fiction novel set in the 40s? Talk to us.
Oh, matter of fact, I just got on the phone to Rock. He took his money back.
Oh,
he said,
see?
yeah, he's like, my money.
No. Said you got to kick in $5 million now. You got to bring it in.
Money, monopoly money. No, but I gave for real. No, man. You know, I was really inspired by this book. You know, the idea was I grew up only hearing about my grandfather. He had passed before I was born, but just through these stories, I just imagined him as this kind of Easy Rollins, you know, kind of character from a Walter Mosley book. And so, you know, just from the stories that my mother would tell, my uncles would tell, and it motivated me to think about him as a person who had all these inspirations and desires. And I just can only imagine what his life was like. So that's what made me, you know, inspire me to write this fictional tale of who he was and how he was. And my mom would say I would do things like him, you know, and so that would often laid in my head as a young man, you know, kind of growing up in a female-oriented single-parent household. Like, how did I become this guy that likes to wear hats and you know, it was all kind of based off my grandfather's imagery.
I love that. And the cover of your book is absolutely captivating, like eye-catching. Well done. So you said this book started as an idea for a scripted series. What made you turn it into a novel instead?
You know, the idea of like trying to tell it as like a TV show, a story was really, you know, what I do now, you know, being an entertainer and being on television, producing television. But when the opportunity came to kind of tell it a little more long form, I just felt like that was going to be a funner ride, a more unique ride, an opportunity for me to take my time and really develop out who I felt the character was, and so it just was a really perfect opportunity when I was asked, did I want to write a book? I knew I didn't want to write you know, Said the Entertainers and the jokes I've told throughout the years. You know, so this idea was one that it was like at the top of my head, and the publishers loved the idea, and so that's what really was how we jump started it.
We love seeing the diversity of your entertainment portfolio. I mean, there's like literally nothing you cannot do. So you're the father of a bride on a budget in a new movie called The Plus One. How do you manage your money when it comes to being a dad and a grandfather in real life? Look at your beautiful family.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I mean, such a unique little family. I love them, but you know, and it is. You know, they're kids that at different ages. My oldest daughter, who has my granddaughter, she's 34, lives in St. Louis. You know, and like on her journey, she's catering and wants, you know, and doing the cooking business. So it's all these things where I have to kind of like, again, guide and at the same time allow her to be who she is, and you know, but hopefully motivate her to be a dynamic mother and an example to her daughter. And then my two younger kids, they're both like finishing up college. My son is turning 23. He's in his last year of school. His stuff got caught up in COVID. And then my youngest daughter is going to be turning 20, and she's a junior at LMU. So sophomore actually, because she did a gap year, and so she kind of went and saw the world first. So, I mean, I just try to make sure I can provide for them and give them great opportunities and listen to what their dreams are. And then hopefully just kind of be a support for them, but, know that kids got their own vision of their life and what they want to do. And you just try to be a support for it.
I love that. I love that. Speaking of diverse portfolio, you and Anthony Anderson host the show Kings of Barbecue, and you said you love making sausage. So, you got any special tips for me? I like cooking too. What goes into your barbecue sauce that's so special?
I mean, we got a family recipe that my Uncle Lloyd, man, he would not give anybody this special, but mainly, it starts with a regular, kind of sauce, but I add a little grapefruit in there to get this little unique twist to the spice to it. So it's all about the citrus energy that you add to your sauces to kind of lift it up. But I found grapefruit to be this one little thing, just a little bit of dose in there to give me this kind of season that I want that reminds me of my childhood. So
I like that. I'm going to try that out.
Oh,
My buddy
all right.
Cedric gave me that recipe.
Oh, yeah, drop it. Drop the names. Thank you so much, Cedric. To our DBL viewers, you can find Cedric's book, Flipping Boxcars. It will be available on September 12th, wherever books are sold. Thank you again, Cedric. Congratulations on all your success. What a pleasure to have you.
Thanks, brother.
We'll be right back.
Hi, Holly.